So last week they give you the equations, right? And then using the equation, you can figure out the graph, right? And with the graph, you can find out the 7 things: the opening, the vertex, right? Y-intercept, axis symmetry, maximum, minimum value, okay? All those things. So now today we're going to go backwards, okay? So going backwards means you will be given clues of what the parabola looks like, okay? So it's like you are trying, you are given some clues about the description of a person, right? And then you make a sketch and you try to catch the guy, okay? So you're a detective trying to figure out what the equation is, okay? So equation is your target, okay? It's the one you're trying to catch, right? So we want to go backwards. So for example, like over here, they will tell you, okay, this guy opens up, okay? It has a vertex of -2, -3, right? It has a y-intercept of something. And then using that information, you want to make a sketch if you need, right? And then your goal is try to figure out this thing in the red box, standard form, okay? You don't need to give me general form, just get the standard form. So that's what we're going to do now. So going backwards, try to catch the unknown equation, right? So the instruction here, it just says, write the equation for the parabola. So here, we just need to leave it in standard form. So y equal to a x minus p squared plus q. Okay, with the given information. So question A, right? I'll demonstrate the first one. It tells you first clue. It tells you vertex is there. It tells you second clue, the A has to be -3. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? So you just think about what they mean in the equation and how do we write out the equation. Okay, I'll give you a minute to think about this. So once you got the equation, okay, please box it, put it in jail, right? All right, raise your hand if you have the equation already. They tell you the vertex, they tell you the A. How do we write the standard form? All right, if you have the equation, please raise your hand. Okay, Geoffrey, what does vertex tell us?
P is -7 and Q is -1.
P is what?
-7.
Where did you get negative?
It's a 7.
Yeah, P is 7, right? And Q is
-1.
-1. Okay, so what you see is the P and Q. You don't need to change the sign. So all we need is the APQ, right? And they tell you A is -3. So we just need to plug it in. All right. So Aaron, what's the equation then?
The equation I got was y equals -3 and bracket x minus 7. And there's a squared on the outside.
Okay, bracket square and then
-1.
-1. Very good. Okay, so first one pretty easy to catch. Okay, so let's move on to level 2. Okay, next one. So it's getting harder and it will be getting harder and harder to catch, right? So next one. So the clue that they give you this time, they give you 3 clues here. Okay, first clue is the one you're trying to catch is congruent. Is that a new word? Okay, congruent to this problem, right? This is also a problem. Congruent to that. Second clue, it also has a maximum value of -6. Okay, so you need to think about last week. What does maximum value tell you? All right. And then the third clue is it tells you that it has an axis of symmetry of x equal to -5. Okay, so what does that mean? All right. So I'll let you think about this for a minute. Maybe you can try to get a sketch. Does anyone have a question about what congruent means? What does congruent mean? This word. Yeah, and yeah.
Does it mean like similar or identical?
Okay. It's identical but not similar. Okay. Similar will be like same shape but could be different size. So identical will be exactly the same. Okay. So for congruent, we'll just say it's the same size and shape. Okay, which means identical. Okay, so if they say similar to, that means it could be bigger, it could be smaller, okay, but keeping the same shape, right? But for this one, congruent, it has to be exactly the same size and shape. Okay, same size and shape as this 2x squared plus 1. So think about what that means. And then number 2, maximum value. Number 3, symmetry. Okay, so I'll let you guys try this out first. See if you can catch it, right? Please raise your hand if you got someone in the box. So be careful, don't catch the wrong guy, right? Don't put the innocent one in jail. Yeah, sure, Naomi. Okay, please raise your hand if you think you got something in the box. And make sure you write this down, okay? Congruent means same size and shape.
Can I take a guess?
Sure, yeah.
For the equation, I got something like 2 bracket x minus 5 bracket squared minus 6.
Okay, thank you. Oops. Okay, anybody else caught a different guy or you all caught the same guy?
I'm pretty sure the 5 is positive.
So you think it's a +5? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me write that down. Y equal to 2, x plus 5 squared minus 6. Okay, one of them should be innocent, right? Anyone else got something different? Okay, please raise your hand if you are done. So to be a detective, you have to watch for all the details, right? Pay attention to every little details that could give you a hint what it should look like. All right, so how about Jenny? What do you have?
I also have the first one.
So the right hand side,
No, the left hand side.
left hand side. Okay,
Yes.
right. Kat, how about you? Kat, are you there? Oh, oh, hi. Okay, you can turn your mic. Does your mic work? Oh, okay. So which one do you have? You have the left one. Okay, right. Okay, how about you, Anya? Anya, what do you have?
I have the first one.
First one, so left hand side?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone got different? Anyone got something different than these two? Okay, so all of you got one of the two. Okay, so let's draw it out. Okay, it says it must be congruent to y equal to x squared plus 1. So first we need to know what this guy look like, right? So I can make it the same size and shape, right? So let's find out the APQ for this one. Wilson, what's the APQ for 2x squared plus 1?
It's A2.
Yeah,
P is 1.
no,
Hmm?
no.
What is P?
P is the one inside a bracket. Do you see bracket?
No. So 0.
Yeah, P should be 0.
And then Q is 1.
Yeah, Q is the one after the square, okay? So that tells us you have a vertex, okay? Just draw a little sketch. Where is the vertex for this one? Valerie?
0, 1.
Yeah, 0, 1, okay? So somewhere here. And this graph should be opening up or down. Mackenzie? How do you know if it opens up or down? Mackenzie, are you there?
I don't know.
What? What did you say?
I don't know.
If you look at last page, last time, okay, what controls open up or down? How do we know if the graph opens up or down? Opening. Remember we had 3 rules, right? Do you remember this one, this page?
Oh, okay.
Can you say it out? What's the rule?
A greater than 0, open up. A less than 0, open down.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Can you look at this equation now? Y equal to 2x squared plus 1. Is that open up or down?
Oh, that's open up.
Because?
Because 2 is greater than 0.
That's right, okay? So we have an open up and it's vertically expand by 2, right? So skinny, right? Open up. So the graph that we are trying to catch, it should have the same size and shape as this one. Okay? Congruent to this one. Now let's look at second clue, okay? We need to have a maximum value of -6. So -6 tells us what? Angeline, what do you think? What does -6 tells us?
The up and down.
Yeah, moving up and down. Okay, so does that tell you about the APQ? If you have a maximum value of -6, is it telling you about the A or P or Q?
Oh, the Q.
The Q, okay, so we know Q has to be -6. Okay, so let's draw it out. Okay, we need to have maximum value of -6, and then next one is the axis of symmetry, right? Of -5. So Tony, what does that -5 tells us?
That -5 tells us that it's P.
The P, right? P has
Yes.
to be -5. Okay,
Yes.
axis symmetry is the P. Maximum minimum value is the Q. Okay, so PQ, that's the vertex. So if we try to draw it out now, vertex is at -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have a vertex there, has the same shape as 2x squared plus 1. Right? Same shape and size as that. Then that's how that's the problem we want to write the equation, right? Is there a clue inside here, a part of the clue that we overlooked? What's wrong with the graph that we drew here? Let's see if any one of you has attention to details. Did we make a mistake to the graph? Is there a clue that we overlooked, we ignored, we did not, the graph did not match the 3 clues here?
Wait, if
Yeah.
it's maximum value,
Mhm.
then shouldn't it open down?
There you go, very good. That's the detail that we are looking for. Good job. Maximum value, okay? Not just the value, right? Value is -6, is correct, but we want it to be maximum. So it tells us it has to be open down. So our correct graph, where's the eraser? Okay. Our correct graph, it should be going down. It's still keeping the size and shape. It's just flip over. Shape is the same, right? It's not more wider, right? Not narrow, not more narrow, right? It's still 2, keeping the 2, but then it's opening down. Still the same size. Okay? So if it's open down, then it will give you a maximum value. So A has to be negative. All right, so we have A has to be 2, A has to be negative, P and Q are those values. So combining everything together, then we should have, let me erase this now, okay? Then our equation should be -2 at the front. Okay, so just very little details. Why is it -5? Cat, oh, okay. Yeah, so P is -5. So minus -5 become x plus 5. Okay. Right, any question about this one? Very tricky, okay? So if they say minimum value is -6, then you guys are all correct, right? It should be 2 outside, but because it mentioned it has to be maximum value, you need to change the 2 into -2. Okay, otherwise it won't match the second clue. All right, So don't catch the wrong one. So that's the second equation. Okay, let's move on to level 3. Okay. So this time it tells you, okay, the guy we are trying to catch is having a vertex of -4, -5. Okay, that's pretty easy, right? Right now. So our first clue. And that graph is passing through, meaning this point is on the graph, passes through to -7. Okay, I'll let you think about what to do with those 2 points, right? So once you have the equation, you can raise your hand. If it passes through, okay, I'll give you a little hint. Passes through means it's one of the point on the table, on the chart, right? Because look at the table that we made before. All these 5 points, they are on the, right? They are the points that the graph passed through, right? So passing through means they are part of the table. If you found the equation, please raise your hand. If you still feel confused about the passing through points, you think about how we made the table, right? How did we figure out the table of values? What do we do with the points? Okay, then that will help you think about what to do with the point here. And you can start by drawing a sketch, okay, if you don't know what to do. At least you can figure out if it's open up or open down, okay? Make a sketch. Okay, are we having trouble here? Only 2 people. Okay, Wilson, did you say something? Okay, and yeah, what's your equation look like?
I have y equals negative half bracket x minus 2 bracket to the power of 2 minus 5.
Okay, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Shanier, how about yours? Okay, okay. You want to make sure. Anyone else? Kat, do you have anything?
Oh wait, I just realized my equation is probably wrong because I forgot about the vertex. Never mind.
Okay, okay. I'll take that away first. Anyone else? Henry? What do you have?
I'm still working on the A.
Working on the A, okay.
Yeah.
What do you have so far?
So far I know that y equals, and then I don't know A, but I know the bracket is x plus 4 squared minus 5.
Okay, right. So is that what everyone is doing? Trying to figure out the A? Okay, Shanier, have you figured it out? Okay, still checking. Okay, let's draw the sketch on the side first, okay? Okay, Jenny, what do you think? Is this one open up or down? Do you think this one opens up or open down?
I think it opens down.
Okay, how do you know?
Because -4 and -5 are is the vertex.
Yeah, I'm drawing that right now. And then,
And 2 and -7 is lower than that. So
okay, very good logic. Okay, so 2, -7 will be lower than that. It'll be down here. So in order to make it a vertex, it has to open which way?
down.
Down. Very good, very good. Okay, so at least from the graph, we know it has to open down. Okay, this one is the vertex. This vertex cannot be like, right? If the other point is lower, right, it has to be the highest. Okay, if the other point is higher, then it has to be the lowest, right? Because it has to be at the tip of the whole graph. Okay, so we know A has to be negative then, right? Open down. Anyone else got the A yet? Okay, the vertex, everybody no problem, right? This tells you PQ. Anyone else? Okay, so y equal to, okay, so Enya has the answer. -1/18 x plus 4 square minus 5. Anyone else got something different or the same? Shanier, have you finished checking it? Okay, so we'll look at pass through now, okay? So remember I told you pass through means it's part of the table, right? So suppose I make a table, I'm gonna grab that to the side first, okay? So if we make a table, we know the vertex is in the middle, right? At -4, -5. And there's a point at 2, -7. So -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, right? 2 should give you -7 because it's part of the table. So if it's part of the table, that means you can plug it in, right? If x equal to 2, your y should come out to be -7, right? Remember, that's how we made the table. We plug the x value in and then get the y value. So this 2, -7 tells you that the x will be 2, y should be -7. Okay, so if you plug those two into the equation that we got so far, -7 is the y. A we don't know, so we keep it as A. 2 is the x plus 4 squared minus 5. So from there, you try to find A, okay? So if you guys got stuck over here, now you know what to do, okay? Try to solve for A. So I'll give you another chance. So please find the value of A. Once you found the A, please raise your hand, okay? Follow the order of operation first, okay? Simplify it and then isolate A, solve for A. So please raise your hand if you have found the value for A. Okay, Shanier.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah,
I think it's -7/31.
-7/31.
Yeah,
Okay, well, it's negative, right? Opens down.
yeah.
7/31, we'll see. Okay, we'll see if other people got the same. Anyone else? Make sure you simplify, okay? Follow the BEDMAS. Simplify it and then solve for A. Okay, let's simplify a little bit first, okay? So bracket first, right? So -7, I'll keep it there. Bracket, so 2 plus 4, that will be 6, right? So bracket first and then exponent. So we need to square. 6 squared is 36. So 36 times A minus 5. Okay, And then now we need to isolate A. Okay, how do we isolate A? Aaron,
That's
how do we
fine.
isolate
For the like A, you can move it to the left side.
Which one? Which one you want me to move?
Wait. Like the A could go on the left side for now.
The 36A.
Yeah, 36A.
So if I move it to the left, becomes
Negative 36A.
okay, and then
And then you would move the -7 over to the right.
so it becomes
-12. Oh wait, actually it's 2.
2.
Because
Okay,
like the 7 would become -7 would be +7.
yeah, so become +7. So it'll be 2. So -36A equal to 2. What do you do next?
And then you divide the 2 with the -36.
So what over what then?
So so like it's I'm pretty sure it's -36 divided by 2. Like it's -36 is on the top.
We want to solve for A, right?
Oh
Isolate.
wait,
So
wait, is
both
it
sides should divide by what?
-36?
Yeah, you want to get rid of -36. So -36 should be at the
The bottom.
bottom, okay? So A will
Yeah.
equal
1 over -18.
yes, okay? So that's your A, and that is also negative, okay? Vertex part, everyone got it right, x plus 4, right, in the bracket and -5, okay? So A should be -1 over 18. Hope you guys got it, right? So when you see pass through, it means you can plug in, okay? Plug in. Okay, plug in the points or sub in the points, okay, if it's on the graph. All right, so that's our third guy, right? So question D, last one. Question D, again, you have a vertex, and instead of pass through, it tells you that it has a y-intercept of 4. Okay, those are the two clues. Okay, y-intercept of 4. Y-intercept is also a point, right? So think about what that means. I'll let you try it too, okay? So this time you should be able to figure it out by yourself. Please raise your hand if you found it. Okay, you should be almost done by now. Okay, y-intercept is just a point. So if you show trouble with that, it's the same as question C. Okay, it's part of the table, right? One of the points on the table. So you do the same thing. But you need to know y-intercept represent the point with what values, okay? What's the value for the point? So if you forgot, what does y-intercept mean? You can go back to last page, right? What we did last week. Look at y-intercept. Okay, look at last page, y-intercept. Okay, so for example here, number 5, y-intercept, you have 0, 5, right? The other one is 0, negative 28. Those are y-intercept. Okay, please raise your hand if you got the equation. All right, so let's have Geoffrey, what's your equation look like?
Y equals 2/9 bracket x minus 3 squared plus 2.
Okay, thank you. And Naomi, how about you?
I got the same thing, but a is negative.
Okay, so y equal to negative 2/9 x minus 3 squared plus 2. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's get one more, okay? Tony, do you want to try?
Try for what?
Do you have an answer yet?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Aaron, how about you?
I got the same thing as the first one.
So the positive.
Yeah, positive.
Okay, so we can figure out if it's positive or negative just simply by looking at the sketch again, right? So if we have a vertex of 3 and 2, right? Let's take a look. This is a 3, this is a 2. That's our vertex. The other point, y-intercept of 4. So y-intercept means where the graph crosses the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the other point is here. So it has to be opened up then, right? Because it has to be vertex. So it goes like that. Okay, so we know it couldn't be negative, all right? Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look at the steps now. So y-intercept tells us the point has to be 0, 4. So that's your x, that's your y, okay? Vertex, that's your p, that's your q. So just like question C, y equal to a x minus 3 squared plus 2. And you want to plug in 0, 4. So 0 minus 3, 0 is the x. Follow the order of operation like we did on the left side, right? Okay. So they word it differently. They could also give you like x-intercept, right? X-intercept will be the other way, right? Instead of 0, 4, you have 4, 0. If it's x-intercept, okay? So you need to adapt to different questions. Okay, because there are so many kinds of questions, right? But the key point behind this is knowing that passing through, you can plug it in, okay? Doesn't matter what point they give you. right? Let's simplify the bracket. I give you -3 squared, right? And then -3 squared is 9, so 9a. And then after you isolate, you can move the 2 over, will be faster, right? We'll give you 2. Divide both sides by 9. So a is 2 over 9. Okay? So if you still have questions or trouble about these 4 questions, you can stay during the break and ask me. We'll have a break now, and we'll start the class at 2:40. Okay?